Hey guys, Dr. Matt Singer here. I want to give a brief, overview or introduction onto what we do. One of the more interesting and important topics that we tend to deal with our clients and on a regular basis with the people that we're coaching with and working with is the things that actually hold us back. Now, everybody has a reason why we feel like something is holding us back. We all have visions, we all have dreams, we all have desires. The things that hold us back have to do with our core values. We all have our highest core values. So if our highest core value is to be, let's say, for example, a dancer, and in your mind you want to be a dancer, and you're on a path now where you're working at a bank. So you're not following your highest core values. You're not following your dreams. You're not following what you actually have inside of your heart. And you're living a life that's not pleasing. So every day, the inner being, the soul, has a way of saying to us, I'm not doing what I want to do. This isn't fun anymore. And I'm not really that excited to even get up because I know exactly what's going to happen every day. It becomes very predictable. When the soul can predict the life we're living every day, it's like watching a rerun of the same show, the same sporting event every single day for the same amount of years that you've been working in the job. So if you've been working at the bank for 5 years or 10 years, imagine watching the exact same movie every single day for 10 years. You know exactly what's going to happen, and it's not exciting anymore. That's exactly what the soul or the inner being tells us. And we get to the point now where we're not motivated, we're not inspired. It's actually more enticing to stay in bed all day than to actually motivate ourselves to do something new. That becomes the definition of depression because the brain and the soul are so hardwired. So the brain is hardwired for the past and it remembers every single day that we're not living our purpose or our true passion. The body, on the other hand, will say, don't worry, I'm familiar with this. Let's keep going the course. Let's stay at the bank until we retire, and then we'll be fine. And then that feeling will go away, and then maybe I'll be motivated to do something. But the soul keeps tugging at us and saying, there's so much more to who I am, to what I really want to do, and my main reason why I came here. The brain then will hardwire itself to the past. Now, if we can get the brain out of the past, we can start focusing on the future of what we really want to focus on. When the brain is so hardwired on the past, it gets so good at that memory of the past, just like watching that movie every single day for the last 5 or 10 or 15 years. You would know every line, you would know every break, you would know every nuance of that movie. That's how good the brain is at holding on to stress. It will stay stressed so often and so well that the body won't even know it's doing it. We literally won't even be a knee-jerk reaction. It will just be a habit. And we'll be so good at it because we've done it so often. That's where the body will say, I didn't even know I was stressed out because we're so good at it. So we have to break that habit. In order to break it, we have to first recognize it. We have to first recognize that we're not on our purpose. And your true purpose, whether it be, I just threw an example out there, a dancer, or whether it be a teacher, or whether it be an astronaut, or a personal trainer, whatever it may be, everyone has their own desires. There's something inside of your heart that you put there at a young age where you said, this is exactly what I want to be doing. And the only reason why you're being held back from not doing that has to do with the fact that you either listened to someone or you bought into somebody else's belief systems that you couldn't do it. You bought into their belief systems that you might fail and that it's better to take the safe road than to take the road less traveled. However, when you know and trust that the universe always has your back and you are always supported, then there really is nothing to worry about because there will always be a way. You will always find a way. You know, I love studying very successful people, and you always find out in their story, their history, they always were approached with great adversity. There was great adversity or struggle. There was something in their life, either early on or middle part of their life, where there was a lot of challenge, a lot of adversity. However, the fact that they never gave into it, that they never saw themselves as that person who couldn't achieve what they wanted, they always saw themselves as the person who was living that life that they were envisioning. It may not have been happening necessarily at that moment, but the soul, the inner being, was working on all the events on the back burner behind the scenes. The only thing the person was doing was lining up that energy and vibrating at that same frequency. Once they let go and surrendered, that's where the magic happened. So the things that hold us back are the illusions that we cannot do it. There's many reasons why we hold on to those things, and that's all the stuff that we go through with our clients, and we see incredible changes. I mean, we have a client that we work with who was running a successful business, and their brother-in-law stole everything from them, and they thought that their life was over. Their house they were living in, their cars they were driving, all of it they had to sell. They felt like their life was over. We did a lot of work together, and they got themselves to realize that the success that they achieved was not just by chance. They were the success. They were the abundance. And when I got them to remember that they were the abundance, that's where the abundance started to flow back to them. And in a matter of 6 months, they had started another business. In a matter of 2 years, it was bigger than the one they had started before. There are so many ways that we can literally be living the life of our dreams. We just have to trust our higher self. We have to follow the path that our inner being has laid out for us. And when we listen to our inner being, to our heart, we will always see that path unfold. It's about trusting yourself, not listening to other people, and following the true calling that you put in your heart. There's so much excitement in this universe. There's so much incredible divine passion and purpose to your life. Do not give your power away to anyone at any time, ever. You are the master of your life. You are truly amazing, and every part of your life has such meaning and purpose. So I want to leave you with this last story. The reason why things don't manifest was very apparent to this woman that we were working with. She was being told her whole life since a young child, don't even try going to school. You're going to fail at what you're doing. Don't even try getting a job. Nobody's going to hire you. And in the beginning, that was her belief system. Now, the interesting thing is when we started working with her, she had no passion. She had no idea of what she wanted to do. She was just so stuck in believing that no matter what she was going to do was not going to work. So when we got her to change her belief system, it almost seemed like instantly her life started changing. Within a matter of 2 weeks, she met a man who ended up being her husband now. They then began a internet-based business. In a matter of 8 months, took off and was making over 7 figures. 2 years prior, she never could have envisioned that. When we got her to change her belief system, everything changed. There is so much power within you. Don't ever squander that by thinking somebody else has any power over you. So I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, you can always go to our website. We can always do Zoom calls, but there's so much that we can do to help. And we look forward to meeting you in our future. Have a great day.